What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a nice, fun Q&A, get to know me. I really like to get to know people, entrepreneurs, resellers, small business owners on a personal level as well, because that keeps it interesting for me. So this is going to be a Q&A based on questions that you guys asked me. I'm going to go ahead and answer those questions. They are, for the most part, on the personal side. Not too personal, actually. I was very surprised nobody got in deep or anything like that. But there are a few reseller questions as well. I kind of cut some of them because some were just repetitive questions that I've answered so many times. And frankly, I'm bored of saying it. So these questions are going to be a little bit newer questions, or maybe something that I haven't talked about a lot. So if you're interested in getting to know me a little bit better as far as on the personal side, then go ahead and keep watching. All right, there we go. This is a little bit better. Brought you guys in just a little bit closer to get a little bit extra personal. So my name is Jennifer. This is not my real hair. Here we go. I do like to change my hairstyle. I like to play around with outfits, with wigs, with makeup, cosplay, dress up, costume, all sorts of stuff. So I've been deciding on doing another channel or not. For the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and just really incorporate that into this channel because it's a reseller channel, which can get a little bit boring, can get a little bit repetitive, and this keeps it fun for me and hopefully a little bit different and interesting for you guys. So let's go ahead, and now that we got that out of the way, get into the questions. The first question was, why do I like Pokemon so much? So as you can see back here, if you're new to this channel, I do like Pokemon. I actually collect Pokemon, and I've been doing it since I was a child when it first came out, and it was something to do with my sister, with my cousins. I have two male cousins that are like brothers to me. Growing up, we were thick as thieves. We've always liked strategy games, to play card games, my whole entire family, all sorts of different card games. So for us, this was just a new card game strategy to learn. And then we started to like the art. The art was just, we thought, fabulous. Me specifically, I really enjoyed it. So I had an already obsession to want to collect it. So I just started collecting everything Pokemon. It's grown on me. At this point, it's nostalgia to its fullest, and I just really enjoy it. All right, the second question is, tell us about your sisters. What are their personalities like? For this Q&A, I'm going to go ahead and discuss three of my sisters. So my oldest sister, her name is Priscilla, and she is fairly new in my life, so I'm still actually getting to know her, and it's kind of a first impressions still concept for me with her. She is pretty easygoing from what I can tell so far. She has a good sense of humor. She's interested in doing a little bit different things outside her comfort zone, which I can already tell, which is really cool. My next oldest sister, her name is Crystal, and she is quaint. She's quaint. She's very simple, extremely easygoing. She just likes a simple, happy life. But if I ask her to do anything with me, to go anywhere with me, she will go in a second. She will try most things, even though on her own she may not be interested or think about it. My younger sister, Rebecca, she is like our athletic prom queen beauty pageant sister, the most outgoing, the most sociable, the most prom photo shoot ready at all times. She is the biggest athlete out of all of us, so I would compare her most to probably Sporty Spice. Right, the third question is, what is one of the first items that made you want to resell? That is athletic wear. It was Gymshark leggings specifically. I had leggings. I was very big in the gym at one point, like really, really hardcore, so I was fluctuating weight quite a bit. I put these leggings up on a Poshmark and they sold super fast. Seeing them sell for a whole lot more money online versus a yard sale, that's it. That's where it all began. The fourth question is, reselling a building block to something different, or do you simply want to grow? I definitely want to grow. It's not a building block into, I want to be a millionaire, I want a mansion. You're never gonna get that how to be a six-figure income out of me, because that's not the life that I want or aspire for. So this is a building block to a more stable life set that I want, because I definitely like to own a physical shop at some point. So building block to a physical stability, and then with that I do have to grow, so I am also continuing wanting to grow as well. This next question is a good one. I'm actually going to include some footage after this. So the question is, what is your favorite thing or things to do that doesn't involve reselling? I love to do a lot of different things, and one of the biggest things that I enjoy doing is fishing. I've enjoyed fishing since I was a child with my dad, my uncles, my cousins. Now with my boyfriend, my significant other, and his family is huge on fishing. I kayak fish, I deep sea fish, I bay fish, freshwater, saltwater. Any type of fishing, I am always ready to try. So here is some footage from a recent trip that I went on with my dad and my uncle, and we went to an area about 2.5 hours away from San Antonio, out in Port Aransas, and we did a little bit of fishing. Weren't very successful with what we were going to fish for, but it was still fun. Here we go. It's a monster. Alright, so now that you've seen that, another thing that I really enjoy doing is playing poker, specifically Texas Hold'em. I will play other versions of poker, but I really enjoy Texas Hold'em. There's also certain reservations inside of Texas, Kickapoo Casino. I went here recently with my boyfriend and I got some footage, so I'm going to go ahead and roll this footage. First slot machine of the day. Should start off small. Wow. So just like that, I'm up $52. Woohoo! Thank you. All right, that is all she wrote. Leaving Kickapoo. So we played poker, and I bought in for 200. Was there for about 2 hours. Well, I got down to 50. And then I got pocket kings, so I went all in. I got 2 callers, so pre-flop, all in, 2 callers, $50, and the flop comes an ace, which is kind of the worst thing that you would want to see when you have pocket kings all in against 2 other players. Neither one of them buy me any protection. They just check all the way through, but it turned out to be good because my pocket kings held. So I was able to triple up to 150, and then I ended up cashing out for $181. So I lost $19, but this is the first time I've played at a dealer poker game in like 2 years. And it was a lot of fun. Now, besides those 2 things, I like to do a lot of things outdoors. I like to hike, go for walks. I enjoy barbecue. I specifically don't know how to barbecue, or I don't really even care to learn how to try, but I love to be out barbecuing. This next question was, where did I get my blue lipstick? I love Jeffree Star Cosmetics the most. I have so many different versions of colors in his liquid lip line because I can also use it for eyeliner, eyeshadow, and to do artwork on my face. And it comes in so many different colors, but the specific color I was wearing was NYX. This question, who was your favorite teacher in grade school, or what grade, what subject, and why? And his name was Mr. Littlefield, my favorite teacher, which was in high school. And I actually had him 3 years for algebra, pre-cal, and calculus. And at that time, math was my favorite subject. I loved math. I was really good at it. After high school, though, when I found different teachers, different professors, I realized that I just liked math a lot because of him. and what I really enjoyed was writing. However, I wasn't ever very good at writing. I mean, I was good enough to pass and get by and do well, but I wasn't just good enough to actually be anything with it, to write a book. But I just enjoy writing. This question, which was, what is my take-home percentage for the Real? And also, how did I hire my VA? So the Real, I don't sell on there as much as I used to. I don't send in as many things because I make more if I sell it on my own. However, I have so much unlisted inventory. At the time, I felt like I needed to hurry up and move it, and I sent it into the Real. Now I'm content with just knowing that I'm going to have a death pile probably for the rest of my life, and that's okay, because my take-home percentage was about 40 to 50% of what the items sold for. So I've kind of stopped with that. Now, how did I hire my virtual assistant? So my VA is strictly for Poshmark, but she is a small family-owned business, and I actually reached out on Instagram asking people for recommendations. She came highly recommended, so it's Poshing Perfect. And I'm going to put her information right here. She's one of the best prices that I've found that was not a bot service. So I've gotten such a good deal paying like 6 months in advance that I've kept her to support this family-owned business. Going forward, if Poshmark decides to stop their sharing or change the sharing up where it's not going to be as necessary, I may no longer decide to use her services. Question 9, what motivates you to work out even on days where you have no motivation? So one thing that I can definitely recommend that has worked for me in the past and that I will do is put on a workout video. So it's so easy on YouTube. You can find so many of them just depending on what kind of mood you're in. That gets me pumped and excited. I'm like, okay, jump up, let's go. Even music sometimes, like I love the Rocky theme song. I'll go out there and I will pump up Rocky and I will look in the mirror and pretend that I'm Rocky, and then there you go, I'm working out. So this next question, again, it's with the motivation, but instead of working out, it's more for personal and business. What are your top 3 motivators which help you expand and grow both as a person and as a business? One of my biggest motivators is to be self-sufficient, to be independent and not have to rely on any boss, any head honcho, any company to support me. I just don't like to be told what to do, when to do it, how to do it. I am a smart individual. I'm strong-minded. I have a good sense of common sense. So I want to be in charge of my own work. A second motivator for me is wanting to break through the matrix, so to speak. So in other words, kind of break outside the box thinking. From when we're young, we're told that there's a certain way to do things, that you graduate high school, you go to college, you get a degree, you find a job, you buy a house, you meet a significant other, you get married, you have children, and that's your life, which is great if that's what you want to do. However, I don't feel that there's any way anybody is supposed to do anything, and I think that we kind of get stuck in a box mentality, and what motivates me is always thinking outside the box, always just not ever wanting to settle, not ever wanting to just be okay with the way things are. You know, being creative, that it works my mind, and it's a challenge, and it keeps me alive and living and not just on a robotic schedule. The third motivator for me is being in control of my own time. The most important thing that we have in this life is time. And I want to be in control of how I utilize my time. I don't want to have to request on a schedule for a week off, or be denied, or say that I can't have a holiday off, or say that I have to work from this time to this time, or that I'm new and need to work the night shift, or whatever it might be, or I have to be on call, or I have to do overtime, or I can't do overtime if I want to try to make more money. The time is a huge motivator for me. It really is. Being in control of how hard I have to work, when I need to work, how long I have to work, when I can go on vacation, when I can spend time with my family, when I'm allowed to be sick and have just relaxation R&R. I mean, people think that that working, paying bills is life, and that you do all that for 60 plus years, then you retire, and then you're able to have fun. I don't want to have fun when I'm old. Not saying that 60 would be too old to have fun, but it's not going to be better than having fun in your 30s, your 40s, even your 50s. I want to have fun the majority of my life, so this way when it comes time to retire, then I can sit back. Then I don't have to do anything because I've done it all. So when I'm retirement age is when I want to just relax. When I'm youthful, physical, mental, spiritual age, I want to have fun and experience the world and do all the things that I'm able to do right now for the majority of my life, not for the end of my life. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any other questions, definitely feel free to put them in the description. I'll go ahead and answer them there. Other than that, I will see you all next time. Bye.